what you were telling us yesterday about how Bumrah has changed. So if you want to use both your hands and want me to hold this, I can.
Okay. No, see, I always believe, where you bowl from or how you bat, there is a limitation that you come with. And if you see Bumrah in the last 2 years, how do we remember him? When he came in, he was just coming into you, whether length or Yorker all the way. So that angle worked for the Yorker very well, and it worked differently for the length ball. Suddenly in the last year or so, I think starting in South Africa, he started moving the ball away in the test matches. So when you try to move the ball away, your length has to change. Your length can't remain the same. So his length has become a different length, and the whole angle has changed. And you look at the last 5, 6, 7 games, including the last IPL game, at the death, it's not the same. That Yorker, the angle has changed. Maybe players have picked him better. With that angle changing, everything changes, because then you have your slower one that doesn't work with that kind of ball. So I think he's now a better bowler at the top rather than at the death.
So interesting.
You pick, stat people who love stats can go into stats, look at the 5 games, 10 games, 5.
Yes.
He is doing better at the top than he used to do in the past, and he's not doing as well as he used to do in the death. And you will, I think you'll see that in this IPL.
It is my theory as well. You can have your coffee
Thank
back
you,
next
sir.
time. I'll
Yeah,
make
because
one
I thought that was a
better.
segue, like you were trying to be his butler, and that was a segue to go back into the Mangani conversation. But we won't. Sorry.
It is. If you look at the best test match bowlers these days, they're not great T20 bowlers. And I think that's why what Ajay is saying is that it's very difficult for a bowler.
It's two different
to be a
lengths, two different lines.
To be a 3-format bowler. It's very difficult for a fast bowler to be a 3-format bowler.
Yeah, so are you saying that his white ball cricket, or at least his Yorkers and the blockers, the things and the angle that he needs to do, has sort of, the efficacy of that is reduced after he's become a top-notch test bowler? Because the top-notch test bowler has only been a year and 3-4 months.
A fantastic test match bowler.
I don't think that it's gone away or anything. It's just that
because efficacy is less.
It's natural. It's whatever you practice. If you practice this way, then you perfected that, so you can do that. But when you start doing something else, if you say somebody practices, say 10x, if you do 8x doing this, then that thing the control goes away. He's missing the Yorkers. He's not hitting the block hole as often as he used to. His angle has changed. He's come closer. So I think when you come closer, what happens is that the slow one that's not effective as it used to be. Yorker works best when your slow one's also working, or unless you have to have a short ball. You'll see Malinga. What happened to Malinga over the years? Slower one and the Yorker used to work. Then that real Yorker didn't work, even the slower one stopped working. You'll see Malinga today after a couple of years. I don't think there'll be Yorkers that you're going to be looking at. There'll be only slower ones that come. So first couple of games, maybe the batsman won't read, because as sitting here, it's easy to read it. But as a batsman, you have to react to it as well. So couple of games, you might get away, but the Yorkers are not going to be the same.